the Jurgan Hobernass critical theory. If I were to summarize Jurgan Hobernass critical theory in one sentence, I would say that he found refactoring, code review, and imposing check style on the surrounding of us in order to improve it. So how does it actually works in his theory? So basically what he says is that we can divide our society into three different systems. One, the economic system. Two, which stands at the center, the state system. And third, the social and cultural system. All these systems interact one with another. There is a relationship, or what's called in medicine homeostasis. There is some balance in between them. The economic system today, let's say the capitalism, is the system that where people go work, there are companies, we take some stuff from nature, we give back, and we give in taxes into the state system. The state system in turns give back into the economy system. It's steering the wheel. It does some tricks. It controls the supply of money, it controls the interest rate, and it has some acts like the Clean Air Act. So we have a balance in between the political, the state system, and the economic system. What about the third system? Third system is the social and the cultural system, where we have basically the society where we educate the children in order to get in to the economical system, to the and to get interaction with the political system. So Habermas critical theory says, okay, sounds good, but what happens if this system of three parts, the economical system, the political state system, and the social cultural system, gets out of balance? And he provides the answer. Basically, he provides an answer of refactoring and code review, because what he says is that we should continuously monitor this system, see a deviation from a few rules that we'll mention very soon, and whenever there are some such deviations, we should examine them and correct them. This is exactly refactoring. This is exactly code review. We're reviewing the systems and doing small refactorings in order to progress these systems forward. Basically, he gives, let's say, a few examples. Let's say that we have a system where people stop working, commit suicide, take drugs. This is a system out of balance. So while people might stop working is an economical aspect, people become beggars, people don't have enough money. This is an economical side. So Habermas says the reason or the origin of this could be in another system, either the political or the social. For example, the social system could impose too many rules. This is called coercion, too many rules on the people, which causes them to give up on work. For example, if the social system will put too much pressure on kids to study, then kids might get out of school, they would stop learning. There is just too much pressure. Okay, and we would see then the outcome in people who don't get involved in the economy, people who take drugs, and so forth. So basically, the system, he also gives us the methodology into how to do this refactoring, how to do these code reviews. And he gives an example. For example, an organization or a process that is called critical legal studies went over the laws of laws of a country simply one by one, and then we can examine each such law. We are doing a code review to the laws. The code review is this. Is this law benefiting the global population, the general public population? Let's say the law says that some people should be enslaved. Is this giving Is there a general benefit? Would everyone accept it? And is it easily acceptable? Then obviously, then not. So because it's not, we now need to look for a logical, reasonable explanation. If we can find some reasonable explanation, this is very similar to code. If there is some deviation in the code, something very specific, some hack, let's say we have a hack in the code, this is the hack, the law that calls for slavery. And now we ask ourselves, is there a reasonable reason, a good enough reason for this hack? If yes, then we must leave it for now, but we would need to approach it again later. If no, then we remove this hack. Then we remove this law of slavery. This is exactly the process. We are going to review the laws, and the great thing about Habermas' critical theory is that he does not only give some metaphysical, out of touch with reality, philosophical concepts, but he is very much in touch with reality, with science. He actually tells us how to examine if a society is in balance or if it is reaching a crisis. More specifically in the capitalism, it tries to understand how to avoid the crises. And how to avoid the crises, you check the coercions, you check the laws, you check the coercions imposed on people, the lack of freedom, you code review them, then you perform refactoring or cleanup to the laws and clean up to these coercions, and in this way you gradually become more and more stable, and the three systems will behave in homeostasis, in a good relationship one with another. The three systems are the economical one, the political state one, and the social cultural system. So this was a brief overview for programmers of Jurgan Hobernass' critical theory. I think it's not only very interesting, it's really great to see that he is very practical with it. And I think this is a great theory.